My dear brothers and sisters, we are all social beings. Man is a social being, which means no man can live as an island. We need to depend on other people. We all have a craving within ourselves to love and to be loved. That is very strong within all of us. And that is why we look for friendship. That is why we are looking for someone with whom we can share our feelings. Above this craving, there is also a craving for God. There is craving and thirst for God within our hearts. In the gospel we heard, sometimes we are not happy, we are not contented, and therefore we look for where we can find happiness. Some look forward towards drugs, alcohol, and many other ways, try to be happy. But desperately we fall into unhappiness. And that is what happening to most of us. Why? Because our thoughts are not according to the thought of God. We are not thinking in the line as God would think. And so that thirst for God, thirst for happiness, thirst for being complete is there within us. That is why Jesus is asking the disciples a very important question. Who do you say that I am? He was not interested in who do others say I am. Rather, he was interested in who do you say that I am? And now, people have seen him, heard him. Now, when we look at the disciples are the people who are with Jesus. They are sleeping with him. They are eating with him. They are hearing him, touching him. And after all these experience, who do you say that I am? And if we find an answer, an apt answer for this question, surely our entire life will be circling around this question and the answer. Now, if you find Jesus as the Messiah, Peter says, you are the Messiah, you are the Son of God, you are the living God. Peter proclaims his belief in Jesus Christ, his experience being with him. Now, when we say Jesus is my Redeemer, surely I will subject myself to him. I will deny myself. That's why Jesus says, take up the cross, deny yourself, and come and follow me. Take up the cross. Pains will come, sufferings will come, so many things will come in my way. But I will take up all those pain and suffering for the sake of Christ. And then I will deny myself. How do I deny myself? I will deny my ambitions. I will deny my interest. I will deny my ambition to be greater than other people. And then I will subject myself to God's will and I will follow him. How I will follow him? I will follow the way he walked, way of love, way of caring, way of healing, way of forgiving, and then totally giving himself to other people. In the Eucharist, on Calvary, Jesus is giving himself totally to other people. And then I become a contented person. I become a person filled with God. I become a person filled with God experience. And then I am happy, and there I find meaning for my life. And there is what Jesus is calling us all. That we really speak not what Bible speak about Jesus, not the preacher speaks about Jesus, not anybody else speaks about Jesus, but who do you say that I am? Do you have real personal experience with me? Do you meet me when you are praying? Do you meet me in the Eucharist? Have you met me when you received baptism? Have you met me when you received confession? Have you experienced the healing power of Christ, forgiving power of Christ? This can happen when we totally surrender, when we take up our cross, when we deny ourselves, and when we follow Him in the path of love, compassion, and then totally surrender our life to Him. And so, if we are not happy, if we are not contented, if there is some deeper craving within us, that is because we have to say to certain things, "Get behind me, Satan. Get behind me these thoughts. Get behind me these ambitions. I have to cling on to my God. Ultimately, the victory belongs to God. My pain, my suffering, everything will go away. What stands beyond is God, my God, His love. I am His child. I am created in His own image and likeness, which means I can have communion with Him. I can speak to Him. I can talk to Him. And I can love the other people as He loves me. I can change or transform myself and become a humble and simple person. Even when I face difficulties, struggles, I can cling on to Christ. That is the meaning of that we are His disciples. We are created in His own image and likeness. Therefore, my dear brothers and sisters, as we listen to today's gospel and as we participate in this Eucharistic celebration, let us try to involve ourselves deeply here. Let our whole mind, heart, and soul be here, and then surrender ourselves to Him. All our feelings, all our emotions, and then with all our feelings and emotions, let us experience Christ. Let us have a personal encounter with Christ whenever we pray, and then let that encounter transform our life, change our life.